Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video I'm going to talk about when you go no contact with people you were close to. This could be, say, your family, your ex's family, your friends, people you spent a lot of time with in the past, and you found out that they were not good for you, so you went no contact. Now, going no contact with, say, your dysfunctional family, none of it is easy with anybody if you were at one time close to them. Plus, if there are other people who are around or involved, like family members, and they want to keep you in the circle, they want to try to hoover you back in, draw you back in. Now, they might not be dysfunctional or narcissistic or toxic, whatever it is, but they're trying and you don't want them to. Okay, so you let them know, don't do that, and you might have to go no contact with them too. Okay, if they continue. So you have these people you don't have any contact with, you don't hear about, or any, from anybody. Things that might happen and they might not. One size doesn't fit all. It doesn't happen to everybody, and I'm not here to give any kind of advice or anything along that line. But here's something that I was thinking about the other day, and that is, after going no contact, some of us may have felt this need to, you still have that urge to tell them off. You want to tell them off, and you want them to hear it, and you want them to feel it. But that it's basically looking for a sense of closure. My experience is it's not going to happen, any of that. I mean, you might do that, and they might act like they're listening, but that's just to hoover you back in so they can continue to mistreat you. Or they might listen and laugh. They're not going to give you closure. They still don't think anything's wrong with them, or they might think you deserved it, and so many other things they could think and say. But you might be looking for closure that you're not going to get. Now, I can't say that it's going to be 100% across the board. Nobody could. But my experience in life, chances are you're not going to get it. Okay, and here's another thing. Have you ever, if you're in this situation, and maybe you have been for years, or a long period of time, whatever is long to you, and you want to know. You've told everybody not to tell you. Well, now you can't go back and tell everybody you want them, or anybody that you want them to tell you, since you were so firm, and it might not be a good idea if you did, but you want to know that they're suffering, and you want to know, that they felt it, that they experienced it, they understand what you did, and they're regretful, sorrowful, but they're not. But there's a good chance they're not. They found a new person, a new victim, they've moved on, or they just switched to somebody else in the family if it's a family, and so on. And none of this is one size fits all in any of it. But I think the biggest thing that some of us want is to know that they also want to know is that they paid for it. And in a way, you're looking for that apology, because why should anybody get away with doing rotten things and never having to pay the consequences of those actions? Now, that's how we may think. We think of ourselves, if we did something wrong, not that we would, but if we just did something and we didn't have to pay for the consequences. We know we paid the consequences. We paid the consequences for things we didn't even do. Okay, if you've ever been a victim of something like a smear campaign, when they went around behind your back telling people, that you did this or that, and you never did it, and you didn't even know anybody was talking about it because you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I like to do videos about smear campaigns because I've been through that. Didn't find out for years. And that's a lot of it is because of that, of going no contact. And you want to know. You want to know, in a way, what are they doing that's harmful? I don't think that's very healthy. Seriously, it's not a one size fits all. Like I said, it's just that, because what you may hear is just more of the same. And if they know you're going to hear it, yeah, they want to twist that knife. So, yeah. So say you were of the mindset to think that if you went no contact with them long enough that they would learn their lesson, so you decide to have contact with them again. Don't be surprised at all if they then decide to be no contact with you. Oh yes, they're going to make you pay for your original statement, decision that they don't contact you. They'll make you pay for that if they're this really bad type. Now, you know, people, this kind of thing is on a continuum and or spectrum, some call it. And some people may learn, but if they were bad enough that you had to go no contact with them, do you really think that they have learned? If year after year of you telling them no, they're still doing it, and they don't care at all, they're getting their jollies out of it, whatever it is, what are the odds? Is it really going to work? You punishing them, is it really going to have worked? Since often many of these do act like children, they're going for paybacks. Like I just said, you know, they were going to pay you back. They're going to make you pay. They may have already been telling everybody that they told you not to contact them. You know, they're going to steal that. You know, they're going to steal your identity type, and they will have stolen that and told other people that. And then when you contact them, whatever you say, that's more, you know, fire for their flame. What is the expression? Oh, yeah. So they have more to tell other people to add to their story, to make it add up even better, you see. So my thought is, if you're going to go no contact with people, be sure that's what you want. You know, if it's the healthiest thing, say you and your counselor have decided that, make sure you go through all that kind of thing and think about, do you really, and I can tell you what it feels like, that I felt like. I can't tell you what you will feel like. But for me, it was as though knowing they're still alive, but they're at the same time dead. They're dead to you. Okay, because you're not going to hear about them. You're not going to know what happens to them. Nothing. They're going to be dead to you. The expression, dead to you. But it's quite literally, they're dead to you. They don't exist anymore in that manner. Physically, they're alive. But any other thing, you don't know them. You don't know they're dead or alive even. So, okay, I just looked at my notes and I had written one other thing. That is that one of the things, you know, if you want to go back in contact or at least speak to one of them, is that you want to hear that they have changed. My experience, like I said earlier, not going to happen. But the thing about it, you need to realize is you've changed. You're no longer allowing that. You're no longer allowing that kind of thing, that kind of abuse in your life. And that's a good thing. Go ahead and wrap this video up. If you have any comments or you have any stories you want to share, leave a comment below. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, and I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye.